I just want to start, first of all, by thanking you for inviting me along to this event. I've done a lot of hustings and lots of them have been online. This is probably the first pre-record. Certainly takes the pressure off because I can always re-edit it or do it again if I've made a mistake. But I guess what I want to do is just speak from the heart throughout the session and try and answer the questions as honestly as I can. I know certainly in the past there are areas where maybe my party and many of the teaching bodies and unions have not always agreed on things, but I've certainly gone out of my way this past year since becoming our party's education spokesman to really go out and reach out to as many people as I can and have conversations and ultimately listen, because it's by listening that politicians learn. I think also want to start, and I'll probably say this later because I've just recorded those clips, is to thank each and every one of you for everything that you've done over the last year. It's been a really tough year. In many ways, it's also been rewarding and a bit of a learning experience for everyone. We've had to find new ways of doing things, but it's also really highlighted that lack of support in many areas across the country where teachers have been let down, I think, and not adequately and properly supported or indeed trusted by governments and its agencies. You know, there's a huge amount of apathy out there and a huge lack of trust and respect indeed for the way that the education sector is often managed from the top down in Scotland. There are structural issues. We can talk about those. They need to change, but ultimately this change needs to come from the bottom up, and that's why we need to listen to teachers. There are many issues I'm sure we could get into, but I just want to say off the cuff that thanks is one thing, but I also want to reach out that hand of I guess, constructive friendship, because it's only through ongoing dialogue that we are going to get to the root problem of some of these issues that face not all doom and gloom. There are challenges and there are positives as well, but I think we have to be honest with ourselves and honest with the government and the government of the day about where those problems lie, because we all want to unearth them. We all want to improve the working conditions and working life of teachers. We want to improve retention. We want to make it an attractive career and a rewarding one as well. But we also need to sensibly look at how government intervenes in that as well. So I think there's a whole raft of policy areas we can having very constructive and positive conversation about. I'll say it once, I'll probably say it again numerous times. The Scottish Conservatives' door is open. We're very happy to and willing to engage and discuss, share ideas, and listen. And I'll do as much of that. If I'm returned to Parliament, then I will do plenty more of that. I've really enjoyed my time on the Education Committee, but it really also has opened my eyes as to some of the problems that face us. And I want to fix those, whether I'm in government or not. So I look forward to the session and hopefully in the future, proper face-to-face meetings.